Hey, Intuitive Soul Tribe. Mel, Intuitive Soul Coach here, excited to bring to you today's collective reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you're new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, collective. I had a very specific message and energy come to me. This morning I woke up around 4 a.m. and I could not go back to sleep, and I was getting download after download. And the downloads were all around some sort of ending, bringing in a new beginning. And loud as day, I heard, "You are over it. Let it go." They don't deserve a seat at your table, or that energy no longer is aligned with you anymore. There's been a completion. You're done. Drop it. It's not yours to carry. Maybe that's some sort of guilt, bitterness, betrayal, pain, closure, right? It's holding you back. It's holding you back. And you now have the wisdom to do better. Now that you have the wisdom, because you know better, you can do better. That's why you have the wisdom, the wisdom keeper showing up here. This is the Hierophant energy. So for some of you, this is a complete renewal of a belief system. This could be a commitment, something that you were committed to. You're still in the throes of some sort of residual energy, because this was a situation that you were committed to quite strongly. This could have been a belief, collective, that you've carried your whole life. This could have been a belief around a job or a relationship or health or family, or even about your own self-worth. You're done. You're over it. Now it's time for you to move forward. But again, I see that there's still some residual energies throughout Pisces season here. You may have some mood swings. There could be, there it is, beautiful. There could be ups and downs, highs and lows, tears, release, anger. There could be some bitterness. You're going to feel the highs and lows of some of your emotions is what I'm picking up on here. Even though I don't see one cup card yet, we'll pull more in a moment. But your first card out is card 13. This is the Queen of Pentacles, support. A lot of you are in the Queen of Pentacles energy, regardless if you're female or male. You see the koala bear hugging her. This is empathy. That's the feelings as well. All right, but this is about you building a safe space, a stable space, a secure space, soul tribe, for yourself, for your family, for your loved ones. But most importantly, coming home to you. And there was a situation here where you got lost. You lost and forgot maybe who you are, who you were. This could have been a very difficult situation that you've gone through. The emotions that came to me this morning when I received this message were that of extreme anxiety, extreme pain, extreme loss. Now, a lot of you are on the tail end of this, but you're still picking up some of the residuals. But you are over it. And what is coming from this huge, life-changing awakening is the Fool, a new beginning. You're rising above the fray. You see the clouds there. They look a little bit dark. You've went through that dark period. You're no longer in the rubble. You're no longer in the shadows, in the darkness. Some of you may still feel, like I said, because you still have some of that darkness, you still have some of that residual still hanging on to your energy. But I feel like the worst is over. You are done. When this Queen of Pentacles shows up, this is about you nurturing and taking care of yourself with self-love and compassion. She is the nurturer as well. You see the honeybee. The honeybee is the one that, brings in sweet results, but she has a team. She has support helping her as well. And I feel that there's going to be sweetness in your life again after it feels like things have been difficult. You have alchemy here. You have the magician. You are the alchemist of your life. And for some of you, you forgot that you have these manifestation powers because things may have felt like they were going round and round. They're showing me the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Some of you repeated a cycle. Some of you, it was a karmic cycle. For others of you, you weren't quite sure how to step off the revolving door to be able to head towards this new beginning. You were going back and forth. For some of you, since 2023. For others of you, it's been a lot longer. But when the magician shows up here, this is you having all of the tools available. You have the wands, you have the cups, you have the swords, you have the coins. You have what it takes to be that alchemist and create change for the better. And I'm getting the phrase here, be the change you wish to see in the world, right? Be the change within that you want reflected in your outer world. And some of you need a reminder of how powerful you are. Look at this hawk that's above her. You are protected. You are divine. You have powers beyond even some of you, your scopes, beyond what you even fathom. But when you have the magician here, this is big energy. This is a big change. And we have here the Knight of Swords. This is you ready to rush out, right? You're over it. Like I said, you are over it because for some of you, you didn't feel supported in a situation. You didn't feel this love, this compassion, this kindness, this stability, this strength to head towards this new beginning because you felt lost along the way, right? But you're getting your power back. You're getting your magic back here. And you are taken off. You are determined. Look at this. She's running straight for the new beginning. She's running straight for this Fool energy because she's not going to be made a fool of. And she went through a situation, she or he, doesn't matter. It looks like a woman in this picture. But she went through a situation that it took a lot of her strength, right? It took a lot of her dedication, her willpower. And somewhere along the line, maybe she misused her power or she was around people who misused their power and it kind of felt defeating. But you're getting that back. You're getting your strength. You're getting that support. You're getting that stability, not from external sources, collective. This is from your own wisdom. You are the wisdom keeper. You are shifting your beliefs, and that's not easy to do. For those of you that have ever tried to change things up, maybe you've tried to eat healthier, go to the gym, stop drinking, stop smoking, break free from a toxic relationship, change your mind on your career, right? Make these big changes, but beliefs are tied to them so heavily that we can stay wrapped or trapped up in a pattern. And you have the wisdom here to break free from old beliefs that kept you tethered to a situation that was not supportive, or that was here to teach you a lot of growth, or it was here to teach you to love yourself, to support yourself. We see here Hierophant energy. This is Taurus. We have Magician, so Gemini, Virgo. Okay, we have the Fool here, Aquarius, Earth element as well. Let's keep going. Spirit, tell me about the Magician with the Queen of Pentacles. You're manifesting new stability here, yes, in the physical world, but you had to go through a personal transformation to get to this point. So let's see what else we need to know about this. I am getting a strong energy around the eclipse as well. And I was going to base this reading here on what's showing up around the eclipse, but I think I'll do that for the next collective. But I do see here that there is something tied with that eclipse in Libra at the end of March 25th. So even though these are timeless readings, even if you're watching this months and months after, I think that's going to be an important eclipse for a lot of you, especially you Librans or Aries or any of the signs we see coming out. So what do we have here? Wow, look at this. We have transitioning. There's the death card. There is death and rebirth. This is big. These are, look at all of these major arcanas. Like I said, this isn't something small for you, collective. You have the Magician, you have the Fool, you have the Hierophant. Now you have the death card. This is major. For those of you that are listening, for those of you that felt pulled towards the title, you are over it. This is done. This is death. You've transitioned into that phoenix, rising from a situation that had caused a lot of growth, But you had to do some reflection. It wouldn't surprise me to see maybe even the Hermit coming up, even the World, because that's endings as well. But I feel like the endings have already occurred. Maybe that's why we're not seeing the ending yet. That's why we're jumping to the Fool, because you're ready to let it go. But I still see a little bit of that, stickiness, kind of like when a child is born, right? When a child is born, which you can see the child here, a child comes out and they still have that residual on them. They need to be wiped clean. Just like when anything is born, it still has that mucousy energy on it. And you still have some sort of energy still tethered and tied. And I feel like this eclipse could be that pertinent time of major release once and for all. Boom. You could be doing it now, but I sense that Pisces season for you. And we have Pisces season until around the 20th, which shifts into that new astrological new year of Aries, the spring equinox. It's a powerful time of new beginnings. You also have here integrity. This is the King of Wands. King of Wands. This is you staying in your integrity, you being humble, you being strong, you being courageous. Strong Leo placements, Sagittarius, strong fire, Aries as well. So I'm also getting here, your integrity was compromised. Your integrity was compromised, and that's why this ending occurred, or is in the process of occurring, or you're wrapping up here. Because something was no longer aligned with who you are, and that's why you lost yourself, collective. That's why you went out and ventured into all of these different areas, right, of growth, of betrayal, of loss, of separation, of denial, of, we'll take a look. Let's see what this is, even though I don't want to spend tons of time on it. Let's take a look and see why you stepped out of your integrity here. And I know why, because you had to learn, but let's see what that looked like for some of you. What was holding you back here? Oh, wow. Okay. Whew. Okay. Justice, balancing, karma. That's why, right? You had to go through these karmic experiences. Some of you, this was a divorce. This is Libran energy. This is that eclipse. This is all about fairness, truth. You were not treated fairly, or you didn't feel like you were. There was imbalance to an area of your life. You felt judged. You judged another. You judged yourself. Something threw your scales off. Something threw you off your equilibrium. And it was because you needed to grow. You needed to learn. It may have been a karmic lesson, a karmic relationship, a job that completely derailed you. You're going to get the closure, and I'm getting a bittersweet energy. Look at that. 7 of Swords, or excuse me, 7 of Wands, adaptability. You will adapt to this new life, collective. You will adapt to this emerging process. You will come out stronger because of this. You felt the pressure, right? You felt like your guard was up. And some of you, your guard's going to be up for a little bit. I see that because you're in protection mode. You are healing. You are dealing with, some of you, colder nights, right? Is in dealing with some of those emotions that may be surfacing, maybe some emotions of bitterness and coldness and pain and anger and jealousy and resentment and all of these deep feelings. You're going to adapt to a new way of living and a new way of being, because that's what we do. We go through the seasons of our lives, right? We go through the winter season and we hibernate and we kind of go within. We go through that springtime where we reawaken. And you're going through a season of your life at this time where you're going to adapt to a new way of being, a new way of living, a new version of yourself that you've never quite met before. You are the voyager. This is the Knight of Cups. When the Knight of Cups shows up, this is exactly what I meant about you exploring your feelings, because you're going to have many of them. And that's okay. That's part of this human experience. Go on the voyage. Some of you, this is opening the portal of your heart, but don't be in too much of a hurry. There's not a timetable for these type of things. There's a timetable for this. It's over. The death card, done, right? That was the message coming in. But when it comes to adapting, don't push your adaptation, right? Don't push trying to be in a new energy or where you think you should be or how quickly it should be. This is about you going with the flow of your soul, right? Going with the flow of your emotions and with your heart, and not giving it restrictions, not putting up boundaries in ways that limit you. Be here now. Two of Cups. Be here now. Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. So this is about paying attention to being in the moment, right? When the Two of Pentacles shows up, this is about balance. Maybe multitasking. You're going to be doing many things here. And I see that some of it is because you are adapting to new situations. Maybe it's a move. Maybe it's a divorce. Maybe it's even a marriage. It could be, I feel like you are adapting to this new energy that's coming in here. But it's important not to go back in the past, because that's going to hold you back. Right? Move forward here. You have choices that you will be making, but choose to walk forward. And you have the Eight of Cups here. Eight of Cups is separating from the energy of this past, of whatever you're letting go of. Your final two cards here, more cups. We have there's the Two of Cups. That's probably why I said that earlier. You have union. And you have the Ten of Cups, gratitude. This is where you are walking towards. That's why you don't need to look back. Whew, and I'm getting emotional here, collective. There's been a major separation. There's been a major ending in your life. It's not yours to carry any longer. Again, whether that's guilt, bitterness, betrayal, pain, some history that you've had, some sort of commitment that you were tied to. Yes, there's a separation. It's time for you to move forward through that death energy. I feel like you're already closing in the energy of the new beginning. It's here. We don't see the world, so you're out of some sort of cycle. You have the wisdom to do better. You know better. Move forward with grace, with compassion for yourself, with forgiveness, with understanding, with integrity. Two of Cups is partnership, right? So you are coming into union with yourself. I mean, yes, some of you, this could be someone external. It could be someone new. That could be for you in time. Like I said, don't rush the process here. For some of you, there is already a new beginning, but allow yourself to be in the now and enjoy the journey. Like that Knight of Cups says, enjoy discovering who you are with someone, who you are without someone, who you are no longer in that job or no, focusing on the new energies, but taking away the lessons of the past and having extreme gratitude for everything. 10 of Cups is the energy here of unconditional love for yourself, right? This is good fortune. It's bliss. It's emotional wealth. Yes, this is about your heart. I'm surprised we haven't yet seen maybe even temperance, because I feel like there's peace. There's peace coming in for you. Let's get a few more. Okay, well, we have respect here. Look at all these kings and queens. There's a lot of maturity here. Okay, yeah, a lot of maturity coming in. We have now the King of Pentacles. And we see the Queen of Pentacles as well. So for some of you, this could be coming in sooner rather than later, because each of you are on your own timetable. And maybe this isn't a person itself. It could be a job or some union. 2 of Cups. It's an important partnership or a soul contract here on Earth. And it is Earth because these are Earth elements. But we see here the King and Queen of Pentacles. This is a power couple here to build stability, to build a life of happiness, of respect, of support. And that's the missing piece that we were coming out of, right? That was your first card out. So now you are opening yourself up to the type of energy, the type of unions, the type of love and support and respect that you deserve, that you've wanted all along. But somewhere along the line, because of conditioning, because of experiences, because of what you've been through, you forgot that that was possible, right? These 2 things got separated. But you are the magician, and a lot of you, this is what you're manifesting. A partnership, stability, coming together, union. You realize that you are the alchemist here. All right, let's get a couple more cards. Let's see what you've truly learned with this Hierophant, Wisdom Keeper, okay? Because this is about beliefs. The Hierophant is about morals. It's about teachings, learnings, divine guidance. Spirit, please tell us more about what the collective has learned. What's this Hierophant all about, please? Okay. Wow. Major arcanas are just popping out left and right. What have you learned? I mean, I don't think you can get a better card for what you learned than this one. Compassion. This is the Strength card. Strength. You've gone through a situation that probably took away, not took away, but had you going through one of the most biggest challenges of your life. There was a struggle here beyond measure. It taught you complete compassion, and that's what you're still learning. Love, compassion, forgiveness. When the Strength card shows up here, Leo energy, it's about your inner strength. It's about self-sabotage. It's about self-discipline. It's about our shadows. It's about our weaknesses and how to embrace them, how to love them despite their ugliness, despite their atrocity here, right? You see that this little girl is hugging this gator. And so what you've learned is through a situation that may have been beyond painful, had the ability or did tear you up from the inside out. You grew to love a situation or love yourself more because of it. What else did you learn? Order. Oh, yes. Aries energy. Aries, how to be a powerful being in your own right. Aries energy of the Emperor here is stability. It is, and we are, heading into Aries season as well. And we've seen the Justice, we've seen that Libra, we've seen the Aries. So this could also be taking place over Aries North Node, Libra South Node, which lasts until around January 25th. January 2025. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to be going through this until then. Not at all. But I feel like this is a really big time for you to, yeah, look at this R&R, rest and retreat, collective. This is the Four of Swords. There's the butterfly. There's the change. There's the transformation. This is a time for you, even between now and January of 2025, to not be so hard on yourself, to get rid of that residual. What comes after or before the Four of Swords, the Three of Swords, whatever heartache, loss, disappointment, pain, broken-hearted energy, separation, third-party betrayal, whatever you had gone through prior, it's time to give yourself that break and live in that simplicity and to feel how powerful you truly are with this Emperor energy. This is about building a sense of stability in your life internally that will manifest externally for you in big ways. And your final outcome here is the Ace of Cups. This is flow. And a lot of you forgot what that felt like because there's been so much resistance. When the Ace of Cups shows up, this is a new connection, a soul quenching renewal. This is grace. This is inspiration. This is a gift of love. It's self-love. It's relationships with the self first. And that's what I feel you are rebuilding upon, is that relationship. Even if you are in a relationship at this time, right? Even if this is, maybe a family dynamic. I mean, it's going to be different for each and every one of you. But it's this pain, this whatever it was that you had to learn compassion towards, your own shadows, your own wounds, someone else, something else. It taught you about yourself. Give yourself grace. Love yourself harder through it. Okay? Love yourself more than you ever have before. And trust that your outcome is going to be this Ace of Cups. Something became stagnant. Think of a puddle of water, right? A puddle of water, it starts to get contaminated. It starts to, get that filmy green on the top of it. It starts to build bacteria. It's not good when it sits in one spot over time. And that's what something happened. Something started to get bacteria or filmy energy. It became stagnant. And water needs to flow to be clean and be, moving. And something within you became hardened. Okay? Some emotions became hardened, frozen even. They became stagnant. This is the outcome of you being able to allow that energy to flow once again because you're coming home to yourself. Whew. Big energies here. I hope you all are resonating. If so, please hit that thumbs up button. All right, please hit that thumbs up button. All right, so we're going to pull here from the Sacred Rebel Oracle. Okay, we have here faith in the process. Yeah, choose faith. This is like the star energy it reminds me of. After a tower moment, rebuilding that sense of faith, coming home to yourself, trusting in the divine, connecting to your higher self, right? Faith in the process that everything is working out just as it is supposed to. We have here conscious connections. This is about you being consciously aware of what's going on in your surroundings. And then we have in the world, not of the world. In the world, not of the world. So we're going to just take a look at some of these cards for you. I think I'm just going to read the one, and I think the one that's being called out is the in the world, not of the world. Card 34. Some of you, 34 could be a significant number, 35 or even 32. And the message for you is this. It is safe for you to become naked with life. This doesn't necessarily mean stripping off and running wild in public, unless you want to. It does mean stripping back your beliefs, strongholds, and mental or emotional security blankets so that you can live with less obstruction than ever before. Imagine the conditioning that has kept life away from you, just kept it dropping out of your hands like keys, coins, or clocks. Conditioned beliefs about money, time, security, having, locking away, holding, and controlling can be surrendered and allowed to fall away. What would it feel like as though you were on a holiday every day? Perhaps there would be a softening in your way with life, an implicit trust in its flow, and a faith in the ability of time to bend and stretch as needed so that all may be accomplished. It is at an advanced stage of our spiritual relationship with life that we are able to feel held within it sufficiently enough to surrender our defenses layer by layer and to nakedly accept what is. This oracle comes as a message to you. Sometimes we need our defenses. At other times, it is clear we are outgrowing them. There is something that you have outgrown, collective. It has to do with your ideas about productivity, time, control, or money. It has to do with abundance, trust, and living with the fundamental belief that everything is going to turn out okay. You are ready to be much more vulnerable and exposed in life. You don't have to hide behind being organized, being perfect, being in control, or being financially secure and stable. Nor do you need any other acceptable social face. It is time for you to loosen the strings of your own controlling nature. They're too tight. They're too restrictive for you anyway. You were born to live in a much freer way. When you live as you innately are, rather than how you have been conditioned to be, you will experience greater joy, freedom, and support. When you are not resisting yourself or resisting life, there is less resisting what you need as it comes to you. If you've also drawn the oracle of faith in the process, we did. Okay, we're going to have to read that. So it says, if you've also drawn this card, there is a very, very strong message here for you as well. The message is that you are shedding. You are shedding an identity. It might be a status, right? It could be a social symbol. It could be a car, a home, a suburb. It can even be a socially admired relationship. You are shedding because no matter what the appearance of things, those old forms were too constricting for you. It is almost like your spirit was trying to walk about in shoes several sizes too small. They were starting to pinch. The seams were ripping, and eventually they would fall apart completely. Likewise, you're being stripped of internal beliefs that are failing you, perhaps externally as well. Whether this seems to be your choice or not, make no mistake, it is your own spirit in cahoots with the loving spirit of life that has brought this situation about. So you are being guided to trust. If you've also drawn the oracle of trust yourself, which we did not draw that one, but we did draw the faith and process. You understand and you know that this is all a freeing. This is all about letting go, it says. After letting go, there comes a temporary emptiness. That's important. We talked about that. We talked about the timetable, not forcing anything because you might have these feelings. You're still feeling the residuals, right? There's going to be a temporary emptiness that provides a greater space for fulfillment to come forth. The healing process. If you can, just close your eyes for a moment. Imagine you are running naked into a sea, ocean, river, or waterfall. Be cleansed. Feel it happening. Be with it and enjoy the sensation of it. Feel freed of any weight that you no longer need, be it physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual. Let go on all levels. When you are ready, open your eyes and rest for a few moments before going back into your day or evening. You have completed your healing process. That is what I have for you, collective. I hope that resonates. It's a deep one. It's a powerful one. I felt it this morning so strongly that I knew I had to get this out. I almost showed my face on camera, which I might start to do for these collectives. You guys want to see my face on camera? Hit that like button. Tell me in the comments. If this resonates with you, I'm there with you. I feel you. I love you. You are seen. Thank you so much for tuning in.